A gay priest refuses to marry heterosexual couples. A lawyer is in trouble for walking along the beach dressed as Michael Myers. And a marathon had to apologize over a course that was a little too long. These are the weird stories on Thursday, on Weird AF News, your only daily weird news podcast hosted by a comedian in Los Angeles. I'm so pleased. I got some weird stories from around the world. Some of them you sent me, so thank you. Let's get into it. A gay priest refuses to marry heterosexual couples in Sweden. A gay priest decided to take a stand against what he calls church bigotry by refusing to marry straight couples. The priest's name is Lars. He's working in the Church of Sweden, which is a notably progressive Lutheran church. He's rallying against what he sees as a discriminatory policy in the best way possible. You see, in the Church of Sweden, priests are not obliged to marry a couple if they have conscientious objections to the union. They're also not obliged to marry anybody who's under the influence of alcohol or drugs. You know, the sort of situation that you encounter in most Las Vegas marriages. The priests are given a lot of power. They can decide right on the spot that they don't want to do it. They can even turn away same-sex couples if they're morally opposed, and apparently this happens quite a bit. So this this gay priest in Sweden is like, you know what? I'm not going to marry heterosexual couples to get back at everyone who's not marrying gay couples because they are morally opposed to it in Sweden under the conscientious objection of the union policy, this is crazy. The rule remains in place despite the fact that same-sex couples have been actually allowed to marry within the Church of Sweden since 2009. But clearly this is not enough. They're struggling. So the priest is making a stand. He was interviewed on a radio show. He works at the parish in Gothenburg. He says he's no longer going to marry opposite-sex couples just to show the absurdity of refusing to marry two consenting adults, which is apparently what's going on over there. Well, y'all know my stance on this sort of thing. I feel very strongly that you're allowed to do really whatever you want with your body or your mind and your life as long as you're not harming other people. In my country, some states allow same-sex marriage, others do not. We are a long way from having the entire country be a same-sex marriage state. Other countries struggling with the same idea. I don't get it myself. If two people want to get married, I don't give a damn who you are, what you identify as. It doesn't affect my life one bit. You want to go get married? Go right ahead. Look, we know the stats on marriage. Half of them fail anyway, so who gives a damn? Are we all taking these marriages really seriously? Are we? Shit, I know people who've been married 4 times. You know, it was very foolish of us to take the second and third marriage seriously. Who cares? I'm very surprised this is a thing that they're dealing with in Sweden. I'm also very surprised that there's an openly gay priest that is a part of the clergy, yet they're uncomfortable marrying same-sex couples. You got gay priests. Like, who cares at this point? Like, clearly. The church at this point in 2021 shouldn't be digging their fingers in any of our private lives. It just shouldn't be. This isn't 900 AD. The church, right? You know, the church is just something you go to now for a sense of community and to get some support and hopefully get into heaven or whatever. You know, there's fundraisers involved. You know, churches do provide on the ground, you know, some helpful support for a lot of people. I get that. But they shouldn't be deciding who you live the rest of your life with. At that point, you know, you cut it off. Lars is taking a very hard stance on this, bringing attention to it. Here's a quote from him. "We should not ordain new priests who pass on the idea that homosexuals are inferior people." Yeah, that's for sure as well. You would hope that the newer priests that you're ordaining are not thinking in those old ways, though. You know, the new priests, I would imagine, are a little bit more open to such things. And well, I wish you luck, Lars. You guys want to call in if you have an opinion on this? 646-450-2012. Anybody in Sweden? I don't even know if I do have some listeners in Sweden. I'm pretty sure. A lawyer is in trouble for strolling the beach dressed as Michael Myers with a bloody knife. Typical lawyer behavior. Well, this week, police cited a Galveston, Texas man for walking on the beach while dressing up as a horror movie character. According to the media, the man wore a Michael Myers suit from the Halloween film franchise and walked around with a fake bloody knife. This is a strange outfit to bring to the beach. It's very hot when you're wearing the Michael Myers suit. It's a big old onesie, first of all, and then you get that mask. Just too hot for the beach, in my opinion, especially in Texas. Got to hand it to him. He was very dedicated to, bringing awareness that Halloween's right around the corner. I'm just wondering, is he trying to let everybody know that, hey, his favorite holiday's coming up? Dude, we already know. Anytime you walk into a CVS, it's very clear that Halloween's right around the corner. They push that Halloween stuff right at the front on September 1st. It might have been there in August. I think I might have seen some Halloween candy at the front of the store in August. I mean, they really pushed that stuff early. So I didn't need your bloody knife to remind me. But okay, he's into it. Police stopped by the beach because somebody called 911, complained about a scary character. You got to be kind of an idiot to call 911 on a guy like this. Are you not aware of Michael Myers and the whole Halloween franchise? I mean, you really got to be naive to think that this is a legitimate killer walking on the beach. First of all, you wouldn't do it that way. You wouldn't go on the beach with a bloody knife dressed like that. Like, clearly this is a stunt of some sort. Or, performance art. So the responding officers pull up at the beach. They stop the man. They arrested him. They put him in handcuffs. According to the Facebook post, they said the man is an attorney named Mark Metzger. And he uploaded some pictures of himself as Mike Myers on the beach. He says the costume is a prank. Now, the social media posts went viral as they showed Mark walking on the beach, and then they showed him being handcuffed by the police. They cited him for disorderly conduct, which I think this is a little over the top here. You could just tell the guy, hey, dude, just go home, all right? People don't like this at all. They're not enjoying this. Just wait. Can you wait a month? And then maybe how about wait for end of October, and then we'll see you here. How about that? It's a little early for that. People just aren't ready for the bloody knife on the beach scene, Mark. But no, they had to cite him for disorderly conduct because the police love to waste resources. Now, Mark also posted on social media about what he was trying to do with the Mike Myers stunt. He says, I'm bringing positive vibes to the gloom and doom out there, trying to generate some laughter, helping people crack a smile, and restoring our faith in humanity through some humor. I love his intent. He realizes that we're all going through some tough times right now, and we are. This is one of the reasons why I sort of feel like putting out Weird AF News every day is contributing to the culture and to the world. I'm trying to help people just get through the day. It's hard. I'm not sure dressing up like a killer, though, and walking on the beach with a bloody knife is going to do it. But his heart's in the right place. I mean, one could make an argument that he could have dressed up as a more pleasurable character from our films and TV or cartoons even. Like a SpongeBob would be lovely to see on the beach. Even if the SpongeBob's holding an axe, a bloody axe. A SpongeBob with a bloody axe, I'd be like, that's hilarious. The Mike Myers thing, it's a little on the creepy side. But again, his heart's in the right place. I like what he's doing. He's bringing novelty to the world. He's trying to snap us out of our, the deluge of gloom that is just landing on our faces every day, especially if you listen to or watch mainstream news. It does make you feel kind of crappy. Mark is quoted as saying further, so if taking a silly walk down the beach during a storm in a costume and subsequently being arrested by the police for disorderly conduct accomplished any of this, just trying to bring some joy to some people, then I would do it again every day. He feels strongly about this, and I'd love to see him out there again. Just maybe switch it up. Let's get a different costume for you, Mark. Do you have an Amazon wish list? I could buy a pleasant, dress up like Miss Piggy or something we all can laugh at. And then, when we get to the week of Halloween, then bust out that Mike Myers or Jason or whatever you want to be. Do you guys think this is ridiculous that a guy did this? Do you think he deserves to be fined? What do you think? It's a lawyer after all. Anytime a lawyer shows some humor, I'm always like, yeah. This is lawyer humor though, guys. It's going to be dark and weird for sure. You like podcasts? You're listening to my podcast. Maybe you thought to yourself, I'd like to make a podcast.
Too difficult? No, not with Anchor. Anchor has free creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. Anchor distributes your podcast to Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and more. They have advertising integration, so you can even make a little money off your podcast. Everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. And good luck with your podcast. Good luck with your creation. Good luck with your life, man.
Marathon organizers apologize for a course that was a little too long. Brighton marathon organizers are very sorry. They've had to apologize to the runners after it came out that the course was about 0.35 miles too long, also known as 568 meters too long. This was very upsetting to marathon runners because they take that shit very seriously. And there was a lot of people participating. 12,000 runners set off from Preston Park on a course that they thought was, your classic marathon length, which is, wait for it, do you guys know it? 26.2 miles. And there's a very quirky story behind where that number came from. I'll let you Google that. But it has to do with some old school history. Organizers of the marathon had to apologize for the error, and they said they hoped it had not ruin the experience for the runners. Oh, you did, because these runners take that shit seriously. They all have bumper stickers on their car that say 26.2 just to show the world that I'm better than you when you're in traffic. I'm like, I got it. You're better than me. You ran 26.2 miles at one point in your life. Now, granted, I don't think I could ever run 26.2 miles. I'm more of like a 2.62 mile runner. They say the marathon was a fantastic comeback after an 18-month hiatus due to the pandemic. So the runners were like sitting at home all this time. They couldn't wait to get out there and run a marathon. And now we have the actual length of the marathon being not appropriate, apparently. A spokesperson from the marathon organization told the media, well, the mistake was spotted after runners were en route, and therefore, we just couldn't be rectified. The mistake was a human error. And we apologize sincerely to all of our marathon participants. Yes, we apologize. Yes, we would like to apologize to our marathon participants that the course today measured about 568 meters too long. We are very disappointed that this has affected our runners. We hope it hasn't marred the experience. What a fantastic comeback this was after 18 months. I hope they don't mind that it was a little too long. So sorry. Now, apparently this isn't the first time that the Brighton Marathon has faced some route length issues. In 2017, runners called for refunds or discounts after the organizers revealed that the half marathon had been 0.09 miles too short, or 146 meters too short. Dude, get a tape measure or something. Figure it out. Ask other marathon organizers. Like, it's so simple. What you have to get right is the length. That's like the easiest thing to get. Is get the length right. The hardest thing is to get people to get the hell out of the way along that route. Get the businesses to cooperate, the city to cooperate, maybe get the word out to the runners. I mean, there's so many more difficult organizational, tasks that you have organizing a marathon. At least get the route length right. Like, that's just ridiculous. And, being runners, man, they take that stuff so seriously. I'm sure they're very upset. And I'm sure that the runners want a refund from this one as well. And when they train, man, they train for exactly 26.2, I'd imagine. I never trained for a 26.2 mile event because I'm not insane, okay? And I'm pretty satisfied with my life in general. I am recording a podcast in a closet for zero money, but I mean, in general, I'm pretty happy with my life. I don't have to go out there and run 26.2 miles to feel good about myself and to get laid. But some people have to do that. That's where they get their self-worth. 26.2, got to do it, 26.2. Well, now you're doing 26.4, 26.5. These people know, man. They train for it. They know. They're sticklers. They're big fans of the marathon. What are they going to go out there and change their bumper sticker? I just ran 26.5 miles in Brighton. Yay. They keep records of this shit too. They got online rankings. I know all about this stuff, man. I got a relative that runs and it's, he gets a lot out of it. But at the end of the day, you're just running around. There's so many better ways to spend your time, I think. If you need exercise, man, just play some wiffle ball, bro. What are you doing? Badminton. Hilarious. Great time. softball, basketball. You get to run in circles. Seems like a strange way to get in shape, but whatever. They're into it, is my point. They're into it, and you can't screw with the length of it. It's like if I was going to box somebody in a professional boxing event and I was told that my opponent's 5'10", and then I get there and he's 6'5". What the hell, man? Do you have any idea what the added reach is right there? Maybe that's not an appropriate analogy, but I'm just trying to do something with it. All around the world, we got ourselves some weird news. I'm bringing it right to your ears. Bringing it right to your ears. Hi. Thank you for making it all the way to the outro. Appreciate you. I got some people I want to give thanks to on the YouTube who they write comments on the YouTube videos, and so some of them are very funny. There's someone named Basically Bundy who wrote, Ted Bundy is cute, Jonesy, and so are you. And I appreciate that. It's just weird. Someone also named Rabbit wrote, good luck with your life, man. I freaking love this show. Thank you, Rabbit. Rabbit Krunigal. Really cool YouTube username. What else do we have here? Someone named Alec wrote, dude, clip your intros, make them shorts with a link to the full video. The way you deliver the list of some of this crazy stuff, so funny. Yeah, I guess that's a suggestion on how to do this. But yeah, thank you, Alec. Thanks for being a fan. Someone named Arcanine Espion. Wow, the YouTube names are just something. Wrote me a long comment on a story about, I don't know what this is. I can't really figure it out. So I'm just going to say thank you, Arcanine Espion, for writing that comment. Let me find maybe one more here. Don Dow says, would love to see you do a live show on YouTube one day. Enjoy the show. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Don Dow. Appreciate that. Maybe do a live YouTube show. I guess that's something I could do. Someone named Coke Boy wrote, you ain't got to diss Florida like that, but then a laughing face. So I think Coke Boy just enjoys me dissing Florida, but is saying, that I shouldn't. I bet Coke Boy lives in Florida for sure. With a name like Coke Boy, living in Florida. Be careful down there, Coke Boy. I'm very worried about you and what you might be doing with your spare time. Please let me know you're alive, Coke Boy. Write me another YouTube comment. Yeah, the show's on YouTube. I put the episodes up, just the audio. But if you scroll back into the history of the YouTube channel, you'll find actual videos of me speaking to camera, which I will again do at some point. But I just need to upgrade my camera. It's pretty crappy. And I'll figure that out because I'd like to do videos eventually. It's just another way to get the show out there. People love it. People love it. And I love you. I want you to know that. And if you'd like to support me, you can go to my Patreon. Yeah, that's right, Patreon. Patreon.com/WeirdAFNews. Support the show with a little donation. Show Jonesy some love. I would appreciate that very much. You can also go to WeirdAFNews.com. Click on the Patreon banner. You can get there that way as well. Hope you're having a lovely week. Tomorrow is Friday, as you guys know. You're probably very excited to get into the weekend. Well, I'm going to help you with some weird, strange, degenerate Florida stories from the week. I already got a bunch of them saved and ready to go, but I'm open for more. So if you would like to mail me a Florida story, my email is funnyjones@gmail.com, or you can send them to me on Twitter or Instagram @funnyjones. Send the Florida stories. Tomorrow's Florida Friday, guys. Your favorite day of the week. And yeah, we'll do an all Florida episode. And yeah, I guess that's it. Yeah. See you tomorrow.